Alright, let's look at the 626. And I did 625. Again, very, very similar. So, follow along here and I'll show you how easy you have it, because I did this the hard way a couple of times, just so you know. But the problem reads simply that the CD contains 10 songs, 6 are classical and 4 are rock and roll. Of course, if you're my age, rock and roll is classical. But in any event, in a sample of 3 songs, what's the probability that exactly 2 are classical? Assume the samples are drawn without replacements. Okay, so I kind of created this. I just set it up, and I said this is my overall population N is 10. Okay. My successes, what I'm using in this case is, excuse me, the big S is the kind of the sample size that we're testing for. In this case, if you look at my final question, it says what's the probability that 2 of the 3 that we choose from are classical. So it's the classical, and there's 6 classical. So I'm using that as my big S. My X then is my final successes, right? So if I pick 3, then what are the chances that 2 of these are classical? Okay. And then my N is my small sample size. So that's the sample size, or how many I'm going to choose. Okay. Now, if you look at the formulas, and if you love formulas, this is a good one, right? On page 192 for the hypogeometric distribution, it's a combination of S and X times the combination of N minus S and N minus X over the combination of N and N. Okay, we got all those there. Well, and then if you write that out further, of course the combinations have all those factorials and stuff, if you remember doing that. And me, I did it. Okay, I just went ahead and wrote it all out, did all the factorial stuff just for fun, because it just doesn't get any better than doing math and checking to see if you can come up with the same answer. Okay, the other way to do it is to use Excel. Okay, now the only problem with Excel is making darn sure that we got everything in the right orders. Okay, and so I'm leaving my original one up there so I can hopefully come back and check on myself. But if we go to statistical, and then we come down, it should be under statistical, I'm thinking. Hypergeometric distribution. Okay, it says. So the sample S is the number of successes in the sample. Okay, I think that's my 2. Okay, my little x. Okay, the number sample is the size of the sample, which I think is my 3. Okay, my population S is the number of successes in the population, which is my 6, or the number of classical songs out of 10. And then my number of population is population size, or my 10. Okay, I hope I did those correctly, got those right. I don't necessarily have them in the same order as what these are, so I got to kind of know what I'm doing when I look at this, right? Okay, and I don't want a cumulative distribution. This is just going to be a false, so I just want a regular. Okay, and I end up with 0.5. Okay, so it worked out pretty well. And when I did all the math, I did all my factorials is what I did. And then, yeah, I'm sure you guys are pretty excited about that and want to do it that same way. The other way to do it was to do the combination ones like it said, right? So I had if you look on page 192, I can do the combination of my S, okay, which, there you go, and my X, which is my 2, okay, and then for this one it's the combination of my N big N minus S. Okay, so a combination of B2 minus B3, and then the combination of my little n minus my little x, or 3, 2, okay, so that's equal to 4. I multiply those, and then for the bottom, I've got the combination of my big N minus my little n, or not minus, I'm sorry, my big N and my little n, so 10 and 3 is 120. I divide those as the showed, and I come up with 0.5. So I've tested my answer 3 different ways. I'm relatively confident that I have the correct answer.